Black and White Publishing presents The Perfect Guest, written by Ruth Irons and read by Stephanie Racine. Cambridge Dictionary. Belonging. Noun. UK, belonging. US, belonging. A feeling of being happy or comfortable as part of a particular group and having a good relationship with the other members of the group because they welcome you and accept you. A sense of belonging is one of humanity's most basic needs. Chapter 1. I sat in my car on the driveway, staring at the blinding white facade of the house that had sucked up the last of my overdraft. Once again, the words played in my head. Why am I doing this? And once again, the answer came back. Because this is what normal people do. They go on nice weekend breaks and enjoy themselves with friends. My gaze remained on the house, while my fingers picked at a spot of dried food on the thigh of my jeans. I should have found something clean to wear. This was the type of house where clean people stayed, not grubby, sleep-deprived, skint cafe workers. Why am I doing this? Oh, for fuck's sake, I muttered to myself, flinging open the car door before the same words repeated and repeated again and again. There were 3 other cars parked on the gravel driveway, and now I noticed they were lined up in a neat curve that carefully mirrored the curve of a central sandstone fountain. I glanced back at my red Nissan Micra and its rebelliously perpendicular position, and squeezed the keys in my hand, about to head back and repark it in line with the others. But before I could take a step, the front door of the house burst open, and Megs appeared. "Dinny! Oh my God, it's so good to see you!" She beamed, her lipsticked mouth showing large, bright teeth, and her caramel hair flicking around her shoulders in soft curls. I hadn't seen her in a couple of years, and there were new lines around her eyes, but her forehead was smooth, and I wondered if she'd had fillers, or whatever they were called. She pulled me into a hug, and I smelt Chanel and Prosecco. "Hi, Megs. Great to see you too." My voice sounded forced, and something sank inside me. I'd forgotten how tiring it was trying to match Megs's undiluted, relentless energy. "Come in and check this place out!" She grabbed my hand, which still held the car keys. I balled it into an awkward fist, wondering if I should move the keys to my other hand or whether she'd let go of me soon. She swung open a door to our left, and I caught a glimpse of a large, plush living room with dark walls and coral curtains. "Isn't it gorgeous?" I didn't have time to take it in before she swept me towards an opposite door and what appeared to be a sort of cloakroom. "Not that we'll be needing that with this glorious weather. We've totally lucked out. I mean, I know it's June and it bloody well should be sunny, but you just never know, do you?" The wide white corridor ended, and the space opened out. I felt my eyes blinking to adjust to the light and the beauty in front of me. Chevron oak floors stretched towards a glass box extension at the back. To my right, oversized cream sofas faced a square cut-out fireplace that sat on top of a wide sandstone ledge, along which plants and cream candles were dotted. Above the fireplace hung a huge abstract oil painting of dark swirls and pinpricks of light, like stars viewed from under a stormy sea. "Dinny, my lovely." Priya appeared from a door on my left that I assumed was the kitchen. She handed me a glass of bubbles and chinked her own against mine before leaning in to kiss my cheek. "So pleased you could make it." Her glossy black hair was pulled over one shoulder, and she wore fashionable thick-rimmed glasses. Her dress was pale blue linen and impossibly uncrumpled for a garment that had either been worn in a car or packed in a suitcase. But then, Priya was the sort of person who hung clothes in plastic covers from the hooks in the back of her car.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?